Check out
Darksydephil the lolcow
in Phil of the Future next.
Yeah. Derek, good luck on your driving test tomorrow.
In Life with Derek.
Please support the streams. The sooner the better. We hit 3 goals on yesterday's first stream. And then last night, during the stream of CVS2, we didn't hit the goal. What happened? Well, I think it's a combination of factors. I think it's number one.
I'm an evil, dirty, heinous scammer who steals money from little children.
So we didn't have all of the crowd. I did notice there was less people on stream than usually would be there for like Friday night fights. There was support, and it wasn't bad. It was like $90, but we didn't hit the goal. All right, now here's the thing. I want to get that momentum back. I want to hit that ground running. We had an outstanding first stream, and then we didn't hit the goal the second stream. Let's hit that goal today on this very stream. Let's hit it tonight on the Truck Sim stream. Let's keep that rolling in the right direction. If we hit goals every stream, do the math. 2 today, 2 tomorrow, first stream Tuesday, we can do DSP Tries It, Super Chicks on Tuesday. Now, if we get more support, if we get more than 1 goal on a stream, then we can do it even earlier. Maybe we can do it as early as tomorrow, all right? But let's see how things go. I'm excited. I hope that you guys will join me for all these fun streams coming up this week. Just did a 5-member bomb on YouTube. 5 memberunos. Thank you. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. All right, so that means that it's $15 of support, and we are now up to $101 of support. 49 to go to hit our goal and get to 56 out of 60 goals and get closer to the Super Chicks DSP Tries It. So now I gotta look. I gotta veer my eyes from the left to the right. To the left is the YouTube chat. I gotta now like kind of look a little bit over here to the right, because to the right is the Kick chat. And in the Kick chat, I see a bunch of active chatters who are having a good time. And I see absolutely no contributions. How about over on the Kick chat, we get some subs? How about that? Come on. Let's get it going. Let's get some subs. So if you tag me in the chat, we'll talk. We'll have some conversation. If you do a contribution, I'll do a shout out. All right. Let's get some subs over on Kick, because we already had super chats and tips and memberships. Let's get some subs. Stop dragging your feet. And then let's see what you guys want to do here on stream today. Okay. Has gifted a whopping 20 memberships on YouTube. That is the equivalent of $60 of support this morning. So thank you. Good to see you. And let's get that on the leaderboard. Holy crap. And with that, it is absolutely official. This early on in the day, we have hit a goal on stream. We are now at 56 out of 60 goals. Thank you, everyone, for your support, for your engagement, for your chill attention, your vibes, and all your positivity. Thank you for allowing me to do what I love for a living. I truly love this job. If you haven't noticed, I have a great time every single day with all of you here on stream. Thank you so much for everything that you do for me and my family. And let's have a great chill day today. Let's get to 60 goals hit, and let's try some Super Chicks. Alrighty then. So we are at 174. If we hit 300 on this stream, which is a possibility because we're not even close to done with the podcast yet, we could hit 2 goals. We'd be at 57. Then we'd only need 3 more goals to do Super Chicks DSP Tries It. Now, let me just say this. If we happen to hit 60 goals on this stream, I will order Super Chicks, and we will do it today on this stream. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that we're going to, because that would be 4 more goals. We would still have to do, let's see, $575 of support or something like that. That could happen. That could happen. We could get a big tip. We could get a bomb of subs over on Kick. We've had 0 subs so far today. In fact, so far we have nothing. This is a brand new week. That's right. The leaderboard reset overnight, and we have nothing. So let's get some subs over on Kick. Let's get that support rolling in the right direction. All right. And let's go. Come on. All right. So thank you. Amazing. Thank you. You're going to see this popping up for a while, guys, because 20 people are getting memberships right now. Cool. Oh, interestingly enough, I think that it's a joke, but I had a few people contact me via DMs and emails yesterday asking me, so what is the deal with obtaining a license to restream me officially? Now, I think that these people are not serious, and here's why. I got like 5 or 6 of these messages. Not a single person said, here's my YouTube channel, here's my Twitch channel, I do restream you regularly and I don't want to get into trouble. Instead, they were just like, so what's the deal with the license? You know, very professional. So what I'm going to do, I might do this shortly, actually set up an official way that people who are interested can contact me and pay me a fee to obtain a legal license to restream me for daily content. Then that way in the future, if and when I do exercise my right to have legal litigation against those who steal my content illegally on a daily basis, those people who purchased the license would be immune because they've been given permission to use my content. So I need to work on that because to be honest, I didn't think that anyone was going to care. But a bunch of people did contact me. But again, I don't think that they're real. I think that they're just like, you know, people messing around because no one said, hey, so by the way, I am so-and-so, who you probably know. I'm one of your detractors and I restream your content daily. But actually, I think it's fair that I would pay you a fee to do it because I make a lot of money doing it. So what's the deal with that? Like, no one actually reached out to me like that. Instead, it was just like, hey, so how do I do it? Like, what? No. Because to be honest, to officially grant any license, I would have to know that information. I'd have to know your name. I'd have to know your channel. I'd have to know all your legal information to be sure that all your bases are covered. You know? To be fair, here's what it would be. All right? It would probably be a monthly or an annual fee. All right? Just like any other service. You pay a flat rate monthly or maybe a discount if you do it annually. All right. And all it is a fee that you pay just like any other subscription service. And you will get official permission legally. There'll be like a contract written up that says you can now live restream my content and make your own content out of it. You have legal permission to do so. And that it would say, I would, via this contract, completely relinquish any legal rights to go after someone who purchases that agreement. Because think of it this way. Right now, there's probably, 20, 30 people who are doing this. Out of that, maybe 10 actually are making a living doing it, right? But if those people paid me a reasonable amount every month, I mean, if they're making thousands and thousands of dollars a month as they're claiming, okay, then they could probably shell over like, $100 a month. So if there's 10, 20 people doing that, and they all pay me, and I'm making a couple thousand a month doing it, then why would I care? Go for it, right? And you're only making a living because of me. So there you go. But again, I haven't really worked it out yet because I'm in the early stages of everything. I announced yesterday that as of yesterday, I am officially have certain parties tracking all of the detractor content. They are now checking who's live restreaming, who's actually doing stuff after the fact transformatively, because that stuff's fine. I've never had a problem with someone making a transformative work of me. If it's defamatory, yeah, there's a problem there. But transformative versus actually live rebroadcasting without permission, without giving the creator a chance to have their content digested and make money first, that's illegal. You have to give a chance for the original broadcast to go first before you can then try to rebroadcast. It's not legal to do that. You understand? So all of this is now being tracked day by day, hour by hour. And all this evidence will be used in the future. If I really want to do business with these guys, listen, Toe Tickler Timmy, it's this simple. You can't change people's behavior, but the thing is, instead of just saying, I'm staunchly against it, I don't want anyone to do it, they're going to do it anyway. So instead, make it so that at least if it's going to happen, that I benefit from it, right? I can't stop them from making the content, but I can actually tell them, hey, if you want to do it, you got to pay. Exactly. Princess Luna just said there's nothing wrong with getting paid for something they're doing anyway. Exactly right. Only now they would have protection that I would never go and try to get them for doing it later on in a court of law. You know? And I think that's only fair. You're already making so much off of me. You literally, this week when I was gone, was 100% legal evidence that without me, they have no content because they had nothing. They had absolutely nothing to do. They were bored. and they had no income and no content coming in. So there you have it. No, I did not say that. I did not say $100 per stream. That's not what I said. Like I said, I haven't figured anything out yet. That's something that I would have to work on my end. What I would have to do is probably have like a site created where someone could go and have a web form filled in with their information, like their name, their YouTube channel, or their Twitch channel, information like how much do you stream, Phil, blah, blah, blah. And then basically they would pay this licensing fee either once a month or an annual discount, like a yearly discount to do it for like a year. And then it gives them a contract that says, you are now, here you go. Here's your contract. You have now have the right to do this for this amount of time, and no one can go after you for it. Yes, but here's the funny part. Forsen says, to sue one of these guys, you're looking at $50,000 or more, and it's not worth it. Here's the thing, though, Forsen. There's a lot of them. If it was one person doing it, I would agree with you. I'd be like, yeah, you're right. Going after one guy, small potatoes. There's a lot of these people doing it, making money. All of that money is mine. You understand that? It's literally all mine because it's all my content that's being stolen illegally. I have a legal right to all of that content. I do. So if you add it all together, it's big money. It's big money and big prizes. Let me tell you, because sometimes you can win a ruling. You can just do a settlement. I would assume if I were to ever take this seriously and take it to court, these people do not want to go all the way because I will own everything they've ever made. Every dollar they ever made restreaming my content, I will recoup. And then legal fees on top of that. They don't want that. So they're all going to settle. They're all going to hit me with nice, big, juicy settlements just to get this to stop so they don't have to bleed in court for years after years. They don't have a foot to stand on. No, I don't think that YouTube will demonetize any detractors on July 15th. All YouTube ever does is they have rules and then they very, very selectively enforce the rules. If there's a big stink about something, sometimes they'll enforce the rules. Other times they'll completely ignore rules. It's really stupid. All right. So what it is, they already have a policy. And that policy says you cannot upload what they consider to be spam content, regurgitated content, non-original content. What does that mean? Literally copying someone else's content and re-uploading it to your channel, live restreaming someone else. It's already not allowed on YouTube. The thing is, YouTube doesn't enforce it. People have been reported a million times. YouTube doesn't enforce any of it. So now what YouTube is saying is apparently they're going to enforce it. Does that mean anything's going to change? I very much doubt it. Very, very much doubt it. Cydia says no one will pay you a license because the audience of the detractors would ridicule them into oblivion. Why would they know? I'm not an asshole. I wouldn't have a public listing of those who bought the licenses. That would be a legal contract between me and the streamer. That's it. It wouldn't be known publicly. All right. Well, I've had enough talking about that anyway. This is stuff that's behind the scenes stuff. It's you guys like the drama. I don't. All right. I much more rather just chill and talk about anything else but this nonsense. Seriously. So what would you guys like to talk about today outside of this baloney? I got a $5 tip of someone talking about that thing shooting up my butt again. So thanks for $5. All right. 184. We got some good momentum towards hitting 2 goals on this stream. Let's do it. Let's get, again, I have to draw my attention slightly to the right and direct my attention to the Kick chat and say, what's the deal? We have $184 to support and not a sub in sight. Not a sub in sight? That ain't right. No subs in sight, then things ain't right. Let's get some subs over on Kick this very moment, right now. Let's do it. Who's going to be the first sub on Kick? Who's it going to be? Right now, 1 sub on Kick. I'm going to sit here with my arms folded like this until we get 1 single sub from Kick. I refuse. I absolutely refuse to do anything until we get 1 sub. Why is my shirt crooked? Until we get 1 sub on Kick, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to relax. Stick my feet up here. All right? Go. Waiting for a singular sub. One sub is all it will take. And then we can get back to our usual routine. But we got to get something going on Kick over there. I don't know what's going on. How many viewers do I have on Kick right now? 83? We got 83 of you sitting there with your thumbs stuck up your buttholes? 83 viewers. Comparing to that, we have 231 YouTube viewers. So about 3 times as many on YouTube than on Kick, but they've got 100% of the support. The YouTube viewers deserve some love this morning. I want to say thank you to the YouTube viewers this morning. In fact, I'm going to give you applause. Thank you to YouTube for being nice to me, for supporting me, for liking the content, and for being here for me when I need you. You guys are awesome. Seriously, I actually legit appreciate that. Can we get a sub by the end of the podcast over on Kick? A real one. Not a YouTuber coming to try to save your asses. Can we get 1 sub? This is ridiculous. Many of us are struggling financially, says Michelle Soguchi. So get a job. Usually, when you're struggling financially, is what you do is you seek employment. You go out and you do some work, and in exchange for the work, you receive financial compensation. Then you can spend said compensation on whatever you want, like a sub. They're hate watching. Why would they contribute? I mean, in a lot of cases, you're right. Again, we're not dumb. We know that a lot of the people who sit there in the Kick chat are the holdovers from the Kino Casino baloney arc, right? We know this. Some of them are not. Some of them are legit fans and fun people, and some are just toxic dicks. And they sit there and they think that they're actually, doing something. I don't know what they think they're doing. I don't get it. The best part about it is these people still don't understand it. Like this person who says, begging for money while telling people to get a job is true art. What I do is called entertainment, genius. I entertain an audience for free, but then I ask for compensation and I receive said compensation. It's work. And in fact, there is an art to it. There is. That's why not everyone can do it. Get it? That's why so many people try to do it and fail, because they don't have it. They don't have the charisma. They don't have the focus. They don't have the drive. They don't have the skill. They can't enunciate. They can't talk. They can't interact. They can't do it. If anyone could do it, why wouldn't everyone be doing it? Exactly. It's work. You need talent. You need skill. You need all those things to be successful, just like any other job. And the truth is, I don't have to answer to anyone. I don't have a boss that yells at me and says, me, but I'm doing things wrong. I'm my own boss. So I'm a step above people who have to work the 9 to 5. And by the way, I am not crapping on people who have to work the 9 to 5. I was there for a very long time, right? I had a job since I was 15 years old. I wasn't even legally able to be employed, and I had a job where I was getting paid under the table to make my own money so that I could pay for things myself. And I had a job since I was 15 all the way until I was laid off from my job at the helicopter company in 2010. And then I started work for myself. I started my own company. And now here I am, 15 years later, successful. This is not begging. This is called self-employment, you incredible moron. I have my own company that's legally registered. I pay taxes. I do everything like anyone who has their own company. Just because it's a business model you don't like because you're jealous doesn't mean that it's not a business. It just means you're a broke bum who's jealous that I'm successful and you're not. Look in the mirror. See that? That's the most jealous person on the planet, or else you wouldn't be in my chat typing like that. Now go get a fucking job and leave me alone. Yes, because keep in mind, anyone who has a sponsorship and has a referral link, anyone who pushes a product, anyone who has any way that you can contribute, a Patreon, a GoFundMe, a PayPal for tips, anyone who does that, they don't have a job, right? They don't have a job. No, they're not employed. Well, I hate to tell you this, the feds think I'm employed. The feds say that I have a legally registered business that I pay taxes on. So if the feds say I am, that's good enough for me. All right? That's all I know. All right, guys, what else do you want to talk about? Or are we, have we exhausted the silliness factor of the topics today? We've already gone an hour, and we've exceeded the support goal, which is amazing, so thank you for that. We're in prime position to hit another goal. We're at 190 out of 300. We can absolutely hit another goal on this stream today. We still got some podcasts going. We still got the entire gameplay portion of Death Stranding 2. It would be great to hit 2, because then we've been in prime position for DSP tries it in the next couple of days, which is what I want to do. I want to do it by Tuesday. All right. Any final topics, everyone, or shall we wrap it up for today? I'm okay with wrapping it up a few minutes early and getting ready for Death Stranding 2 if you guys are. And thank you for the early support. I mean, we're almost at $200 already. Hopefully we will hit a second goal by the end of the stream. That would get us a lot of momentum towards our DSP tries it, which we want to do as soon as possible this week. Like I said, hell, I would do it right now on this stream. If we were to get enough support to hit 60 goals, I would do it right now. That would be what? $510. If I get $510 support right now, we will order Super Chicks and have it at the end of the Death Stranding 2 segment. We'll do DSP tries it, which I'd love to do because we haven't done one in over a week now. Got to get back into the momentum. All right, so please enjoy some highlights for a few minutes. Then I'll be back and it'll be time for Death Stranding 2 on PS5 Pro. All right, guys, thank you.
Hey, don't go away. Life with Derek is next.
Then
I can't like unfuck her sister.
and sister.
So, but why is it in my forum? It has nothing to do with it.